You're listening to the audio production of Indivisible, a novelization by Travis Thrasher, published by Thomas Nelson and read by John Watson. Forward, read by Gabe Wicks. Afterward, read by John Behrens. Please note that you may download an accompanying PDF that provides enhanced materials for this audiobook. To download the PDF, please visit info.thomasnelson.com/p/Indivisible PDF. Forward, by Darren and Heather Turner. In January 2008, a reporter from the Atlanta Journal shadowed our battalion for a few weeks during Darren's, deployment. She wanted to focus on the chaplain's role in combat, since there was plenty of war coverage in other articles during that time. She thought it would be unique to see things through a chaplain's angle, so she shadowed me and got an eyeful. We had mortars come into our camp often, casualties from missions outside the camp. I traveled a lot to remote locations. I conducted Easter services and baptized guys, etc. She then returned and published 8 different articles in a row that told the story of her trip. When she contacted us a couple of years later and heard about our marriage problems and how we patched things up, she added that last part to what became an ebook called Chaplain Turner's War. In the summer of 2011, filmmaker David Evans contacted us after seeing our story on a news website. His idea of making a movie about our story sounded interesting, but unrealistic. We didn't think it would really happen. After David contacted us, we wanted to meet him and hear his pitch. So he and his wife Esther drove to Fort Campbell, and we had a long lunch. After that meeting, Heather and I felt very comfortable with David and Esther. They were sincere, cared way more about our story than we did, and had a passion to share this on film. Most importantly, they saw this as a way to glorify the grace of Jesus Christ. After that lunch meeting, we waited a few days before responding. We wanted to pray about it and not make an emotional decision in the moment. I talked with our Army folks to get their opinions, and once everything looked right, we said yes to David's offer and also shared our personal journal from the deployment to use for development of the screenplay. For David and the rest of the filmmakers, their passion and persistence ended up resulting in the film and book for Indivisible. We could never have conceived and developed this, especially since we simply don't have the time or space to do something on such a scale like this. We simply agreed for them to use our story and names, and David and his team did all the rest. We've watched everything unfold in amazement, and we are proud of the results. Having seen the movie, it's still very strange to see and hear our names and watch our lives unfold on screen. Of course, there were artistic licenses taken, but for the most part, it's pretty accurate. Some of the scenes brought back a lot of unexpected emotions. We were surprised by that. It was good to recall some things that we needed to remember again, especially God's wonderful gift of redemption. We have many hopes with Indivisible. First, we hope those watching the film and listening to this book can be honest with themselves, others, and the Lord. Second, we hope that non-military Americans will understand our vets better and maybe even get involved in their lives. Ultimately, we pray our story blesses folks and frees people to be real and honest about where they are in life. Our desire is for people to consider the solution to our fatal condition of sin and selfishness. It's the summer of 2018, and we're spending some of our days and evenings relaxing on or near the lake we live by. We're looking forward to a busy fall when the film and book are released. It's going to be a lot of fun to see people's reactions to the incredible film David and his team have made. We remain honored and humbled to be part of this amazing journey. God still has big plans for our family, as He does for you too. We thank Him for His many blessings, including continuing to help tell His story throughout our lives.
A wound that goes unacknowledged and unwept is a wound that cannot heal. John Eldridge, Wild at Heart. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. Put on the full armor of God, so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Ephesians 6:10-12. Prologue. She carries the memories and always will. She doesn't need to think long when the chaplain asks her to pick a moment from the past. So many special times to choose from. I have hundreds of good memories, but we've stopped making new ones. She
Sample complete. Ready to continue?